After the 2021 season, Jimmy Rollins entered his first year of eligibility for the Hall of Fame. With names like Bonds, Clemens, and Schilling on the ballot, the Baseball Writers Association of America cast their votes. And what was the result? Well, it wasn't a ringing endorsement for the candidacy of Jimmy Rollins, but on the other hand, he did gain enough of the writers' votes to save himself from being dropped off the list of eligible players. Now, he has 9 more years to try to gain about 70 more percentage points of votes in order to gain induction. The good news? With Clemens, Bonds, and Schilling all dropping off of the list of the players for the writers' vote, that frees up a good amount of votes for the voting pool. Will that favor Jimmy Rollins? Is Jimmy Rollins Hall of Fame worthy? Welcome to Philadelphia Baseball History. On this channel, we talk about the history of baseball from the A's to the Phillies to the 19th century. And sometimes we talk about contemporary baseball issues. So if you love baseball and if you love Philadelphia, stick around and subscribe to our channel. How do you show your home team pride? With t-shirts, mugs, tote bags, hats, and so much more. Just go to our merch site, PhiladelphiaBaseballHistory.com. That's PhiladelphiaBaseballHistory.com. In recent years, Jimmy Rollins has shown his skill as a broadcaster. After making his broadcast debut with NBC Sports, Rollins has made the rounds, providing commentary and analysis for a national audience as a studio analyst on TBS for the postseason. He also joins the broadcast crew for a limited number of games for the Phillies. Has this raised his profile enough to enhance his Hall of Fame chances? The Phillies have certainly shown their former shortstop respect. His number, 11, has not been reissued to any player since Rollins left the Phillies. Certainly, the Phillies are preparing to retire his number. The question is, when? Will they wait to see if Rollins gains enough votes to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, or will they retire his number sometime earlier? Although there's a general understanding that the Phillies wait until a player is in the Hall of Fame to retire his number, there are precedents not to wait. Richie Ashburn's number was retired long before he was inducted. Likewise, Schmidt and Carlton had their numbers retired the year after they retired from baseball. And just last year, the Phillies retired the number of Dick Allen, a move some believe was meant to send a message to Cooperstown about Allen's worthiness to be in the Hall of Fame. Could 2022 be the year that the Phillies begin to lure fans of that 2008 World Championship team back for Alumni Weekend at CBP by retiring player numbers by beginning with number 11, Jimmy Rollins? Jimmy Rollins' skill on defense is unquestionable, given that Rollins won 4 Gold Gloves at shortstop. And with the Phillies, he became a part of that great double-play duo with second baseman Chase Utley. Offensively, however, Rollins does not have great career numbers, but he does have that MVP season of 2007. That was followed by a decent year offensively in the World Championship season of 2008. But in 2009, Jimmy Rollins began to struggle at the plate. Indeed, offensively, his career became 2 different stories. His pre-2009 numbers, which were good, and his numbers from 2009 and beyond, which weren't. His career numbers suffered, in a way, from his longevity. The longer he played after 2009, the worse his career numbers looked in the aggregate. Jimmy Rollins does have the Phillies record for career hits and doubles. He is also in the top 3 of several offensive categories for the Phillies, which includes runs scored, total bases, and triples. But Scott Lauber of the Philadelphia Inquirer has argued that being a franchise leader does not necessarily make a player Hall of Fame worthy. According to Lauber, the advanced metrics are just unkind to Jimmy. Rollins' career OPS plus of 95 is 5% below the league average. And while there are shortstops in the Hall of Fame with a lower OPS plus, special consideration was given for their defensive abilities, such as Ozzie Smith. Moreover, Rollins has a lower career on-base percentage, and his WAR, or wins above replacements, of 47.6 is below Hall of Fame average for shortstops of 67.7. Finally, Lauber claims that Jimmy Rollins' offensive peak from 2006 through 2009 is just too brief for Hall of Fame consideration. And this is why Rollins did not get Lauber's vote this year. Some intangibles that count for Rollins includes his MVP season, his incredible defense, the fact that he is one of only 4 players to accomplish a 20-20-20-20 season. That's 20 doubles, 20 triples, 20 home runs, and 20 stolen bases. Plus, Jimmy Rollins was the only infielder to accomplish that task. Rollins' 38-game hitting streak was the longest in 34 years in baseball. Plus, Jimmy Rollins would be in the top 10 in at least 6 offensive categories all time for shortstops. Thus, as far as intangibles are concerned, Jimmy Rollins may have a sympathetic argument for Hall of Fame induction down the road. The voters will just need to make sure that Rollins continues to get over 5% of the vote in order to keep him on the ballot long enough for voters to recognize his very special achievements. Jimmy Rollins' candidacy for the Hall of Fame is certainly off to a slow start. Whether he eventually gets in, well, only time will tell. For now, Phillies fans can only find comfort in knowing that Jimmy Rollins is the greatest shortstop in Phillies history. Special thanks to our patrons, Ray Easterday and Mitchell Valentino. You too can support this channel by going over to patreon.com. Also check out our merch store at philadelphiabaseballhistory.com. We'll have all relevant links in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching.